The average toddler outgrows their shoes 4 times in a year. It's enough to keep parents on their toes, but there's no need to stress over making the right choices for healthy feet. A few simple considerations will save worry and money. Here's Dennis Duda for the Mayo Clinic News Network.
Shoe shopping for kids. The choices seem endless. Racks and rows of styles, materials, and options. Dress shoes, play shoes, athletic shoes. And once you find the perfect pair, parents know it's probably time to do it again.
Yeah, they just grow right out of them.
Sarah Sock is a mother of 2, including 5-year-old Dora. She hopes she's going about it the right way.
Mostly getting the right size for their feet so their toes aren't smushing.
This one I wasn't as fond of because it has a really thick sole and it's very hard and rigid.
Dr. Noelle Larson is a pediatric orthopedic surgeon at Mayo Clinic. She says the basic goal of kids' shoes is simply to protect the foot from trauma in the environment. Beyond that, it's important to do no harm.
Particularly in smaller children, to pick a very wide shoe with a wide toe box so that toes aren't being crowded in the front of the foot. And also to pick a nice flexible sole instead of a hard sole.
Dr. Larson says research indicates at any given time nearly a third of children may be wearing shoes that are too small because they've outgrown them.
So I'd say it's better to change the shoes more frequently rather than necessarily investing in a very fancy, expensive pair of shoes.
If your child's feet seem not to have arches, not to worry. Dr. Larson says up to 20% of kids never will. The rest develop arches by the age of 10 or 12. Back to that do no harm objective. Parental guidance is suggested for teenagers who love high heels. Dr. Larson says girls need to be girls, but ankle sprains, bunions, and toe deformities could be the price to pay.
That's one reason not to wear them on a daily basis. Puts a lot of pressure on the ball of the foot, and as you can see, not very many people have a triangular shaped foot.
Sarah has a few years before she has to have that debate with Dora. In the meantime, every few months, there's a stop at the shoe store for a new measurement.
And pretty much every time, got to get a new pair.
For the Mayo Clinic News Network, I'm Dennis Duda.
A couple of other suggestions. Allowing a finger width of extra room beyond the toes will give kids' feet room to grow and still give them a good fit. And for toddlers, a higher heel in the back will help keep the shoes from sinking in.
And before we go, here's a recap of the main headlines. National health insurance finally takes effect.
So it's important that you check the name listed on your receipt from Social Security, as it must be identical for you to be able to access the registration process.
Ginger Island was not sold. Another UK cup for the top cup position here in the BVI. BVI flag to fly on bigger vessels.
This means that once fully executed, restrictions on the size and types of vessels which are allowed to be registered under the flag of the BVI will be removed.
Jaleel Foundation donates school supplies and Nagico invests more in sports. In this week's Hot Trends segment, Sophie B steps into crazy steps in Fish Bay for the latest styles in women's shoes.
Now, ladies, if you're trying to turn it up at home or even turning it up when you go out to the club, look at these. These are called the Gladiators, and this is super hot. This goes up to size 10. And I think this is a fantastic gift, guys, to give the ladies. Yeah, if you're trying to turn it up a bit, you don't always have to wear them out.
In news from around the Caribbean, Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. Keith Mitchell, says media walk is not a popularity contest. Narco pigeon gets busted and over 60 same-sex couples marry in Puerto Rico on the same day. In this week's Medical Edge Health Report, we give you tips on maintaining healthy feet for your children that also saves you money. Remember, you can find all the news stories featured in this newscast and previous newscast on gtvlive.net. Additional information and news updates can be found on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GTV55. Thank you for liking the page. And if you haven't done so already, visit the page and like us. You can also find all our news features, press conferences, and JTV's television programs on our JTV News YouTube channel. Subscribe to the JTV News channel to receive your daily uploads. We welcome your questions and comments. Email us at jtvnews@hotmail.com. I am Sean Rose. Thanks for watching.